Nice try, but no cigar. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the House rep from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ilhan Omar, criticizing a viral video featuring Christians on the airplane engaging in prayerful song. Now she's saying, hey, what if it was some Muslims? Well, if they were on the plane doing X, Y, and Z, how would that pan out? All this, that, and the third. And I have a lot to say about this because I'm seeing some of the comments, some of the reaction. They're like, she has a point. You couldn't do that if you're a Muslim. They'd be trying to talk about their terrorists, all this, that, and the third. But I think there are some key things left out of her particular comparison and of those that are supporting what she's talking about, saying you couldn't be a Muslim on the airplane engaging in prayerful song or praying at all. Now, before I go any further into it, let's go ahead and watch this clip. And you're going to also see Ilhan Omar's caption here. Her caption says, I think my family and I should have a prayer session next time I'm on the plane. How do you think it will end? Okay, so you got that context. Now let's listen to the actual prayer session from these Christians on the airplane, 30,000 feet up in the air. So there you have it. You know, what's the name of that group? I'm thinking about it. Windsong. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like the real kind of modern Christians. They sing all the time. It kind of reminds me of that, you know, but real wholesome. I don't really see nothing wrong with that. It's all good. Now, she's saying that if they were Muslims doing that, then it would be a problem. Well, again, we got to just dig into that and see what she's talking about, because if you hear something like this, hold on. If you hear something like this, exactly. If you hear something like that, I think that's a tad bit different than what we heard in the beginning. Just a little bit. Now, that's a call to prayer. I'm not sure that was actual prayer itself, but prayer is involved there. So when Ilhan Omar is talking about, oh, well, what if my family got on the airplane and we engage in the prayer session? Well, if you're screaming on the airplane like that, if you're doing all that, I'm ready to find somebody that has some type of weapon. I'm ready to go ahead and have this plane not get hijacked. Point blank, period. It's threatening. It's threatening. You understand? See, the thing about Christians, they don't really have threatening music like that. And when talking about Islam, they have threatening music. I'm not saying all the music is threatening, but if you ever heard what they call Daesh Nasheeds, like those ISIS songs, it's no music because instruments are forbidden, and they layer their vocals to make it sound like music, and then there's like little sounds in the background, like swords clashing, bombs going off. You don't really have that in Christian music. So let's just compare apples to apples. Now, to be fair, there are other times where you could be on the plane and it's not as threatening as what we just saw, okay? So check these guys out. These are Ahmadi Muslims. I guess they're like basically Indian or Punjabi. Same thing, but different story.
قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق.
Now, I keep it all the way real. If I was in this situation, I wouldn't be threatened at all. Okay, if you notice, there's no women on the plane. I don't see any women. It's all men. Everybody's just, minding their business, calm, cool, and collected. I don't hear no screaming going on. It's a different situation, right? This is okay to me. I'm cool with that. Some might be but I think that's okay. I think I'd much rather hear this and this, the Christians, than my man on the screen, Lord, don't do all that. So there's context involved here, right? So what Ilhan Omar says, I wonder what would happen if we go out there and we're talking about X, Y, and Z, but we just got to put it in proper context. Put it in proper context and don't just say, well, I couldn't do that, all this, that, and the third. No, maybe you could be on an airplane praying, but maybe not threatening, maybe not singing Daesh Nasheeds, maybe not having swords and whatnot blaring through the speakers. It's simple. It's so simple. It's not a matter of, it's not just a matter of Christian versus Islam as far as one being just threatening and the other one just being so righteous and all that. It's not even about that. It's about context. It's about time and place. It's about the way you do things, how you conduct yourself. Okay, because I've seen some airplane just, I don't want to say disasters because I don't want to talk about no airplane crashes. I'm talking about some big mishaps on airplanes with people that claim to be Christian talking about, let me open up the door, I'm going to attack you, all this and that and the third. See, it's all about your tone and your threatening nature. If you're on an airplane and you're Christian, singing nice and wholesome songs, totally fine. If you're Muslim, you're on the airplane singing nice and wholesome songs, everybody's cool, that's one thing. But if you're screaming, hollering, carrying on, I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, whatever religion you are, I'm just not with it. I'm going to try to wrestle you. I'm going to try to get some of my compatriots on the airplane to go and tackle you down. I don't know what you want to do. If you want to hijack the plane, if you want to open the door up 30,000 feet in the air, ain't nobody got time for all that. We're going to go ahead and just put you on down straight away. So that comparison was not a very good one. In my humble opinion, let's compare apples to apples here and make that make sense. But I think Ilhan Omar, of course, by being a member of the squad, you got to push this whole thing about being the victim. Oh, poor me, I'm a Muslim. Although this country, the USA, Ilhan Omar, took you in as a Muslim from a majority Muslim place. Why couldn't you stay over there in that beautiful Shangri-La? You got to come over here to the so-called big bad racist, white supremacist, Christian, all this that. You got to come over here to escape that. So let's not play that type of game. Let's not act like everybody just hates you and everybody's Islamophobic and stuff like that. Okay, let's just look at context and what makes sense compared to what does not make sense in a particular situation. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what Ilhan Omar said here about the airplanes and being able to pray if you're Muslim versus Christian? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. Would you be comfortable if you heard the people in the first clip, the Christians, on an airplane singing, just doing whatever they're doing? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about anybody, regardless of religion, on an airplane screaming, talking crazy, threatening? That's the main thing. You could sing or whatever, and that's fine. But as long as you're not threatening, as long as you're not in the way, as long as you're not, just doing things you shouldn't be doing, like, all right, I'm trying to get from point A to point B on the airplane. Here you are with a banjo holding up the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, sir, step to the side, get in 21B, sit down right there, and let me go back to my seat. All right, I'm way back in the back. I'm in the last. I'm in section. I'm in zone 4, 34A. Let me go ahead and sit down, and you get out the way. That's pretty much where I'm at. If it's peaceful and it's cool, it's like being in a restaurant with a guy in the back singing, doing some kind of karaoke type thing, and it's chill. That's kind of how I look at it. But again, threatening versus not threatening, and all of that can be seen within the context of a situation. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.